HindsiteTV presents. Hey YouTube. This is one of those videos. I wanted to do this for a long time for two reasons. I want to do some video that is completely uninteresting, and I want to do a video with a voiceover, and I've never done one of those. And this is all completely just one take on this voiceover here, and this is me sleeping, and this video is uninteresting. Unfortunately, I have to warn you now that this video is uninteresting. That's me sleeping. I actually had to cut out me talking in my sleep. It's far too interesting. That's me waking up after, me waking up. And this is me brushing my teeth. Again, I'm wearing a very uninteresting brown shirt, so as not to be any kind of interesting at all. And I'm brushing my teeth with an electric toothbrush, but as you can see, or hear possibly, it's not turned on at all. That again would be far too interesting, and unfortunately for both of us, this video is uninteresting. Sorry if you were grossed out by the spit, by the way. This is me going to shower, actually showering, and obviously I shot it tastefully, but unfortunately I couldn't show taking off my shirt. I don't know why that's unfortunate, but I couldn't show it because of my tattoo, and my tattoo would be far too interesting, and apparently that water was very hot, as hopefully my barrage of swearing was overcome by the voiceover, and there I am peeking over the shower. Shower was a very nice shower, but I had to cut out singing in the shower because, well, once again, that's just, it's far too interesting. Singing in the shower. And this is me cooking breakfast. Obviously I wasn't going to show myself drying off. That would just be way too interesting. And I'm cooking eggs. And I've also got toast on the go. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but the tea kettle is also going. Toast, tea, and eggs. A very boring breakfast. Very uninteresting. And just cracking the eggs. And here I'm pouring water over the eggs. Basically what this does is it causes steam and apparently cooks the top. I'm not exactly sure how it cooks the top of the eggs, probably because of the steam, but it's very, very uninteresting. And I feel sorry that you're watching this right now, because this video is incredibly uninteresting. And that was my mom handing me coffee, because she was up at that time as well. It was about 6:50. I tried to be quiet, but unfortunately I was a little bit loud cracking the eggs. And I think she woke up on her own. At least I hope she did. And then I'm pouring more water on because the top wasn't all the way cooked. And I'm done. I'm done my eggs. And you heard in the background the toast popping. I re-recorded the toast popping, you can see, because I wanted you to see the toast popping. And now I am buttering my toast, and you can take that as you like. I don't think it is a sexual innuendo. It is simply the spreading of dairy product over bread that has been put into a toaster. And I'm coming over to put my toast onto my plate now. It's incredibly uninteresting, and I almost forgot to show you guys making tea, but thankfully I wanted the tea, so I remembered. And so I just threw the tea bag in there, and now I've got the tea and I'm pouring it in. Well, I've got the water. It's not tea yet, and I wanted a little bit more, so I went back and I poured a little bit more in. Yeah. Put it away. And now I'm just getting looking for a spoon, but unfortunately we had washed them all, so I couldn't show you actually the straining of the tea. or the stirring, as a matter of fact, is far too interesting, and you might get enjoyment out of that. So, as well as putting sugar in here, I could not show you that because that's interesting. And the stirring here as well, once again, interesting in this video is, as we all know, uninteresting. And this is... Okay, now I'm just walking up to the table. Forgot my fork and knife, though, so had to go back. And a very uninteresting walk back to the cutlery drawer. And an equally uninteresting walk back with a fork and knife now in hand, ready to eat my eggs and my toast, which I'm about to cut right now. Or right... No, wait. Okay, now. And I'm cutting up my eggs now. I also had to go back for the salt. I forgot the salt, but I didn't feel like showing that. It's far too interesting to go up and get salt. It's a necessity. And, so now, is anyone else getting hungry while watching this? Yeah, I'm just wondering. I was looking at a very beautiful, beautiful horizon. Wonderful sunrise. The sky was it was pink, and then it was violet and a little bit of crimson, but unfortunately I couldn't show you that because that would have been far too interesting. And I'm going here to drink, but it's too hot, so I just blow on it a little bit, but no, I can't. Because I just don't like drinking very hot things. I'll wait for it to cool down. I wait for my hot chocolate to cool down as well. And I give it another go here. Maybe it's cooled off a little bit more, but unfortunately it hadn't. So I decided to go and brush my teeth again because I had just eaten before I drank my tea. I cut out the whole entire thing because it's far. I used a actual electric part of it, and that's far too interesting. Now I'm just using mouthwash, obviously, and my face is not just because it's burning my mouth, but it also just does not taste good. But I want to use it all so that I know I didn't waste my money. And now it's time for me to get dressed for work. I work at Co-op Gas Bar now. I don't work at Blockbuster and anymore. I quit. I would try. I would do the joke where I cover my mouth and pretend that I'm not saying Blockbuster, but that would be far too funny and far too interesting to put in this video. The mere mention of that actually makes this video slightly more interesting. But my zipping up my sweater, I think, negated that. If not, putting on the toque here will negate that. Absolutely. Once again, oh, actually, I'm sorry, that was my name tag. That is far too uninteresting to be mentionable at all. So, there's my toque. And I bet you were wondering where was the HindsiteTV toque. Well, that would have made this video incredibly interesting. So, unfortunately, I couldn't put it in there because this video is uninteresting. And here we're going outside to my car. Sun has already risen, so you don't get a sunrise. Just a normal blue sky. Incredibly uninteresting. And I can't remember what I'm clicking here. I'm not exactly sure. But rest assured that it was something incredibly uninteresting. I almost forgot to put my seatbelt on. That would have been interesting if I was driving without my seatbelt, but unfortunately for both of us, I put my seatbelt on. Well, actually, fortunately for me, because I was safe. I buckled up. And now I'm just driving to work. As I do. The time is probably be about 7:30 in the morning. And, I'm going to Tim Hortons to get a, double, and, not for me. For one of my coworkers. I get a actual hot chocolate for me and another coworker of mine. I'd name them, but that would be interesting And this video is uninteresting. And I'm just turning left here. An interesting thing happened, actually, while I was waiting, which I won't tell you, because that would negate the purpose of this video. But rest assured that this video remains untainted by interest, and it is still uninteresting. And I think right here I'm waiting at a stoplight. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't really make note of what I was doing. Yeah, I'm probably just waiting at a stoplight. I have to be. Oh, there I go. I'm driving now, and here I'm turning left, or well, I turned left, and now I'm turning right into the co-op. And I'm pulling up right now. Oh, and now I'm just parking backwards. One of the easiest things to do, and it's oh so uninteresting. And I pull up next to this gentleman here in the white, who normally isn't there. But if I go into that, it could become interesting about the guy in the white van. And that was just me unlocking my door because I'm going to come around to the other side. And he was, for some reason he looked at me. I'm not exactly quite sure, but if I go into thinking about it, I might become interesting. And, oh yeah, so just picking up the coffee's balanced on top of my laptop. And, I coughed there, actually. Walking up to the gas bar, and I put it down on the gas bar and gave each other the coffee and hot chocolate. Now, actually, I had a conversation there, but it was far too interesting to put into the video because, once again, this video is uninteresting. And I'm home now. This happened about an hour ago. Maybe a half hour ago, as the time is 5:24 in the PM, obviously, and I'm now walking. I got to the table, and I'm just plugging in my laptop, and I wanted some tea. I wanted some tea. And unfortunately, once again, just waiting for it to steep. I don't know what that word means. But just waiting it for it to get good, I guess, and couldn't show you the draining of that, or the putting in of the sugar, or the actual stirring of the sugar, which will happen in a little bit. I actually only stirred with the milk. I actually put milk in this time. Couldn't show you the pouring of the milk. And, unfortunately, sorry about that, but it's far too interesting. And I could not show you the stirring. Rest assured it got stirred, but it's far too interesting. And now I did that cut a little better this time. I didn't mean to, because that made it a little interesting. But it's too hot to drink. Which, again, is uninteresting, because this video is, once again, uninteresting. Chipmunk laughing noise.